Guardiola blows up his own contradictions. Raheem Sterling was given opportunities by Pep Guardiola many times. However, the English striker left only disappointment. Faith in Raheem Sterling is still intact, Coach Guardiola told Sky Sports ahead of the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea in April. The Spanish strategist also added that he has never lost faith in the student. At that time, Sterling only started 2 of the last 8 matches of Man City. In May, the 26-year-old striker started again in the Champions League final, leaving much controversy. Pep is wasting his faith in Sterling. The reason Raheem rarely plays is because sometimes Gabriel Jesus, or especially Phil Foden, Riyad Mahrez play well. They are scoring a lot of goals and have decisive handling situations in the last third of the field, said Coach Guardiola. Explained in April. Like Pep, only players with high performance can play. He did the exact opposite during the following months. At the Parc des Princes on the morning of September 29, Hanoi time, the strategist of Man City continued to go against what was stated. The starting lineup of Man City against PSG is named Sterling, who has only scored 1 goal and 1 assist since the beginning of the season in all competitions. Meanwhile, Gabriel Jesus, the author of the only goal to help the citizens beat Chelsea last weekend, had to sit on the bench. Ferran Torres, a card often used by Pep as a virtual 9, also suffered the same fate as Jesus. On the land of Paris in France, Sterling, in the role of virtual number 9, worked hard to press and move without the ball. He even almost put his name on the scoreboard. The striker's header in the first half was perfect, beating Gianluigi Donnarumma, the best player at Euro 2020. Love turned his back on Sterling. The ball finds the right crossbar. And that is also what Sterling left behind during his 78 minutes at the Parc des Princes. Man City lost the match 0-2. Lionel Messi contributed 1 goal. And question marks continue to be raised for Pep. Why do you keep using Sterling in big games? Raheem is an important player for us. He has experience, Pep once said of Sterling. The 2021/22 season marks the English striker's 7th year at Man City. He appeared in 58 matches in the UEFA Champions League with the Citizens. Looking at the statistics, Pep was right when he trusted the former Liverpool player. However, he is wasting faith in players who are not meant for big games. Sterling has never been a bad player, only he has not been able to reach the level of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo to become a card capable of deciding the fate of the match. If the match against PSG takes place in August, Pep has reason to trust Sterling, who has successfully spent Euro 2020 with England. But it was the Raheem tournament that created the mystery of form. Compared to Euro 2020, Sterling is showing bad form at Man City. When he fell, he appeared indecisive. In Paris, just the ability to press and dribble was not enough to help the English striker break through the PSG defense. A few months ago, Sterling mentioned different reasons for not being at his best. That is still a mystery. Is it an accusation against his teammates or the way Pep treats him? Only Sterling understands this. But before the 2021/22 season took place, the former Liverpool striker was not elected to the team holding the captain's armband. This shows that the 26-year-old striker has not received the trust of the club, although he has had the 7th season playing for the representative of Manchester. Man City lost to PSG, and of course Sterling was blamed for playing poorly. This is not wrong. The value of a striker is reflected in goals and assists. And the English striker always seems to fade when he needs to prove his ability the most. And Sterling's bad form has appeared in many Man City matches in recent times. Those are all the results the citizens lost, like against Lyon, Champions League, Chelsea, FA Cup, Champions League, Leicester, England Super Cup. The truth of Man City. If Sterling scores against PSG with a header, fans will probably praise Pep for his decision to rank the English striker as a false nine. But even when that scenario appears, Man City still has to face the fact that Sterling is not a pure striker. During the summer of 2021, while everyone was waiting for the citizens to activate the mission to recruit Harry Kane, and then Cristiano Ronaldo, the Manchester team only had Jack Grealish. When unable to enter the central attack to replace Sergio Aguero, this forced Pep to flexibly use many plans. He let Ferran Torres play as virtual striker. The above plan is quite useful. But in a big battle like against PSG, Pep chose Sterling. Raheem Sterling, PV, has never been a pure striker. Sterling is only suitable for the side role, commented journalist Jonathan Wilson. Because he is not a central striker, Sterling lacks assertiveness, as well as the ability to play with his back in front of the opponent's goal. The way the former Liverpool star moves to exploit the space is not bad, but that skill is only suitable when playing on the wing, where there is a lot of space. PSG have Presnel Kimpembe and Marquinhos in the center of defense, and both are good at duels. They also manage to be agile because they are not tall poles. The fact that Pep stuffed Sterling into the center of attack, leaving this player sandwiched between Kimpembe and Marquinhos in theory is really wrong. The reality on the field shows that when Sterling does not create any different highlights in the role of virtual striker. Man City's football style also lacks variation. They put the ball down the two sides and then stretch it for the striker inside. If Man City had Kane or Ronaldo inside, the score at Parc des Princes would have been different. The defeat against PSG is not a disaster for Man City. But at least, Pep knew where his mistake was. Sterling is not suitable for the striker role. He is also wasting his faith. Now it's time for the Spaniard to solve the problem. But the next transfer window will not open until winter, and the PSG rematch takes place on November 6th. This weekend, Man City will face Liverpool.